Dropshipping just changed forever. The old business model of buying products from AliExpress and selling them at a higher price point no longer works. It is simply becoming more and more saturated with thousands of beginners trying to start their own stores. Ad costs continue to rise, and the problem is only going to get worse. Everybody is filming TikTok videos of these low-priced products, and the hard truth is less than 1% of these people are actually going to make money with a successful business. Does that mean that it is the end of dropshipping? Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you about a brand new dropshipping method that will make millionaires in 2024. And not only that, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get started in 5 simple steps. When most people think of dropshipping, they think of what I call China dropshipping. And there's numerous problems with China dropshipping. Number one is the products we sell. With China dropshipping, people sell items between $20 and $50, and you end up making between $5 and $10 profit per sale, if any at all. As I mentioned before, ad costs are continually rising. More and more competition is entering the market. It's very likely that you're going to make no profit at all. And not only that, a lot of the products you sell from AliExpress are available on Amazon with 1-day shipping times. So you need to ask yourself, if somebody can get the same product from a trusted vendor like Amazon with 1-day shipping time, why are they going to order from your no-name website that they've never heard of with 3-week shipping times? They're not. And that's why this model no longer works. Number 2 is the suppliers we partner with. With China dropshipping, you're usually working with suppliers located in China that you've never heard of and that you will never meet. And these suppliers in China are doing everything they can to save every penny. They'll make all of your products with the cheapest materials, which means your customers are going to get junk quality products, and they're going to be angry with you and leave you bad reviews because of the bad product quality. Overall, this leads to a completely unsustainable business model. And the third thing I want to point out with China dropshipping is the advertising method. Most people doing China dropshipping have expensive Facebook and TikTok ads, and what these ads are doing is they're just showing your ads to a whole bunch of people who have never heard of you, trying to convince you to buy this product from this brand they don't know about with long shipping times. And overall, Facebook and TikTok ads, number one, they're very expensive and they don't work, especially if nobody knows who your brand is. It's just all around a complete waste of time and money. You're trying to sell products to people who don't want them. But with this new business model that I'll be outlining to you in this video, it solves all of those things. Number one, the type of products we sell. Rather than selling items that cost $20 to $100, we sell items that cost between $3,000 and $50,000. So we can take home thousands of dollars take home profit for every single item we sell. And not only that, our items are warehoused in the US, which brings me to point number 2. We don't partner with junk Chinese suppliers. We partner with US-based suppliers that customers know and trust that have been around for 30, 40, 50, and even sometimes over 100 years. In this supplier specifically, we want to target ones that have expensive products so we can take home maximum profit per sale. And thirdly, we do not use any TikTok or Facebook ads. We use Google ads. And the reason we use Google ads is very, very simple. On Google and Bing, we can target specific search words. I'm going to give you an example. My best-selling brand was a brand called Clearlight Saunas. I sold over $2.5 million of their products. So with Google ads, I can literally target people typing Clearlight Sanctuary 2-person sauna into Google, and I can show them the exact product they're already looking for. And I call this rainmaker advertising because we're targeting customers who already have their credit card out ready to pay us. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't they just order from the supplier? Well, many of these suppliers don't sell their products at all. They only sell their products through retailers, and that's what we are. We are an authorized retailer of their stuff. This business model makes so much more sense, and after personally failing with over 13 China dropshipping stores, on my first ever authorized retailer store, I brought it to over $6 million in under 2 years, and not only that, I've helped over 150 people make their first $1,000 plus online, and I've even helped over 3 people make $1 million in the last year, and over 10 make over $100,000 in a single month. Step number 1 to get started is setting up a business. You want to have a different bank account for your personal life and for your business life so you can clearly categorize your expenses and stay organized. And you also get numerous tax advantages for setting one up. So you can write off your business expenses. So let's say if you're buying a laptop that you're going to use for your business, or if you're traveling, you can write all of these things off, which will save you money in taxes. And the best way to do this is by using a platform called Zen Business. You can see right here, it costs about $199. If you want to do it cheaper, you can file directly with your state. Step number 2, we want to select a niche. So a niche has numerous criteria that you want to think about. Number 1, rather than trying to convince people to buy products that they don't even want, we want to sell products that people are already actively searching for. So we want there to be high search demand for the product type we're selling. Number 2, we want the product we're selling to have a price point of over $3,000. So if we're selling $500 items with like 25-30% profit, we might make $100 or $200 per sale. If we're selling a $5,000 product with 25-30% margins, we're going to make $1,000 to $2,000 profit per sale. So it just makes way more sense to sell more expensive items, because if we're selling an item where we make $2,000 profit, we only have to sell 5 in an entire month to make $10,000 per month. It just makes your life exponentially easier. And number 3, we want to sell non-seasonal products. Even though I'm sure right now at the time of this video, it's late November, I'm sure we could sell a ton of Christmas trees over the next few weeks and do very, very well. But then the next 11 months after that are going to be terrible. So it's an overall unsustainable business. So in order to find a winning product, you can brainstorm products yourself that cost over $3,000, but you can also go to this brand new tool that's called Supplier HQ. And what this tool has is all the suppliers of these product types with these expensive products. But not only that, it has the different categories. So if you go here to category search on the left, it's divided into all these different categories, and all these categories are further broken down into different product types. So let's say, for example, I'm considering products in the heat space. If I click heat and I click next, you can see all of these heat products. We have fire pits, we have fire bowls, we have fire tables, heaters, fireplaces, water heaters. Number 1 thing we need to do after we choose our niche is we need to check the 3 things that I just told you before. So number 1 is the demand. The best way to check demand of a product is on a keyword tool like Ahrefs or Semrush. So if I go to Ahrefs and I type in fireplace, we want there to be over 30,000 people per month searching for the product we're selling. So you can see here, there's 82,000 people per month, which far exceeds the 30,000 target that I mentioned. The best way to see how much a product costs is to go to this website, Google Shopping, and then we want to sort by over $3,000. So on the left-hand side, you can see the filter. You just want to apply 3,000 and sort by items over $3,000. And we can see that there's a large number of fireplaces being sold for over this price point, which brings us to a criteria number 3, which is seasonality. The best tool to check this is Google Trends. So we want to go to the market that we're selling in, which for me would be the United States. And then we want to sort by the last 5 years. Fireplace, we can see that it is actually a very seasonal product. So it meets the first 2 criteria. But number 3 is very, very seasonal. And some swings are fine, but this is pretty extreme. So the way that you can tell extreme is if you go to the bottom here, see it says 30. If the top is more than double the bottom, it's a very seasonal product. So at this point, we have a couple of options. Because it is November and it is the seasonal time of year when it's peaking, we can start this store now, but we just have to understand things are going to slow down significantly in the springtime. And at that point, we're going to have 2 options. So we can have 2 stores that are both very seasonal, but they balance each other out. Or rather than just starting a fireplace store, we can start a heat store. If I add a different term here, let's say fire pit, we can see that they almost inversely correlate. So when fireplaces are up, you can see that fire pits peak when fireplaces are down. So we can add a second product to our store and go a little bit broader. Once that's done, we want to go on to step number 3, which is finding suppliers for our product type. And the best way to do this is by using Supplier HQ. Previously, you would have had to spend hours researching, hours being frustrated, but Supplier HQ solves this all for you. So now all you need to do is go to category search, go to fireplace, click next, and all of the fireplace suppliers will pop up in literal seconds. So if you haven't yet, make sure you click the button below this video that is supplierhq.io and go sign up for a completely free account. Now that we're on step number 3, the main characteristics of winning suppliers are as follows. Minimum advertised price. So this means that if there's 10 stores selling a brand's products, everybody has to list at the same price point. So no one can undercut you. And this protects your margin. So you can see here on Supplier HQ has a column that says whether the brand of course maps or not. So if I'm looking for the best fireplace brands, I want to go over here to competitive metrics and I want to sort by ones that have map. So overall, we found before that the fireplaces are regularly sold for over $3,000, but some brands might have products that cost less than that, while others might have products that cost more than that. So what we want to do is go here to the side and put average price over 2,000, let's say. You can still have a whole bunch of them here, but now we want to check how many people are searching for a specific brand, because as I mentioned before, we don't want to just target anybody. We want to target people searching the exact brands we're selling. So if I'm selling a Slick Rock concrete fireplace, I want to target people people literally typing into Google Slick Rock fireplace. So what we need to do is we need to go to search demand on the left here and target brands that there's at least 500 people per month searching for the brand. Now we have brands that enforce minimum advertised price, they have products that cost over $2,000, and we have over 500 people per month searching for those brands. So step number 4 is we actually need to close these suppliers. And there's numerous ways you can do this. You can do this on email, you can do this on phone, you can create a pitch deck. There's no right or wrong way to do this. What I would recommend is just picking up the phone. And all you really have to say is, hey, it's Brooke from homeheat.com. We were doing some research and we really loved your brand. Do you think you would be a great fit on our new online platform? Just wondering who would be the best person to speak with about becoming an online authorized retailer. Then the person will say you're speaking to the right person, or they'll refer you to someone else. And overall, you just want to request to become an online authorized retailer of their products, which means you have permission to list their products on your own store. And just to show you an example of a pitch deck that I created for a practice cooking store. So you just want to have first an introduction to yourself. So this is me, founder and founder backstory. And what you would want to do is you want to create this, and then you would want to film a little 3 to 5 minute Loom video, just going over it with like a nice shirt on so they can see you're professional. Founder backstory, your marketing plan, the online e-commerce industry is going. They're going to get left behind if they're not doing it. Your core values of your company, your value proposition, why work with you. And then at the end, you just want to politely ask, like, let's partner together. Let's say if I wanted to close Dimplex. On Supplier HQ, I can go into Dimplex information, and all their top people's information is going to be literally right here that I can just reach out to in email, or I can go directly to the person's LinkedIn profile. Or you can just go to their website and call the ones that make most sense. So Director of Sales would be a good one to call, the Vice President of Marketing. And lastly, we want to run Google Ads. And we're not trying to just sell things to people who don't want them. So like, let's say I'm selling Dimplex fireplaces. So we can see on Ahrefs, which is a keyword tool, we want to find a specific model number. So let's say if I'm selling the Dimplex Ignite XL, that's a very specific product. So the type of ads we want to run is when I go to Google and type in Dimplex Ignite XL, I want to be the person showing up here, or I want to be the person showing up here. So I'm searching for a very specific term, and then stores are showing me the exact term I'm searching for. And you would be shocked at how many stores do not do this correctly. Every time I look at an ad account that's not doing well, it's because they're not doing this properly. Because if you're doing this properly, you're literally selling items from brands that people already trust, and you're just selling them exactly what they're already searching for. And many of these brands like Dimplex, they won't even sell their items themselves. So they only sell through retailers. So if you just be the retailer who shows up first, and then when the customer goes to your website, if you can answer their questions and help them, and you have a nice looking trustworthy store, they're literally ready to pay you right away. So it just makes so much more sense. And that is exactly how you can succeed with dropshipping in 2024. Of course, these 5 steps I gave you are very much just a high-level overview, and there's only so much that I can cover in a short YouTube video like this. And obviously, there are a whole bunch of details that I didn't get to go over today. So if you want to attend my completely free 2-hour live training where I will go in depth on this and cover it step by literal step, hit the link below that's highticketecommerce.co/live. Or if you've already decided that you want to work with me and my team directly, click the button below where it says book a call, and you can speak with a team member of mine, and we'll see if you're fit to work directly with us. And if you're an action taker who wants to change your life and you want to build a successful online business in 2024, then the training and the book a call link are for you. Thank you very much for watching today. If you took any value, if you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe below, like the video, leave me a comment. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Cheers.